The S-Class Association is what I just want to talk to you a little bit about, because if you're not an S-Class sailor, you ought to be an S-Class sailor. There's some phenomenal people involved. Our Commodore, Fred Roy, who was our Commodore for many years, just recently handed over the reins to our new Commodore, Stefan Sloan. This is Fred at the launching of one of the boats, and this is the two of them together at our annual dinner. The S-Class is such a phenomenal group of people. It's just a real honor to be a part of it. Everybody just is a great sailor. They love racing. They love these old boats, and people just have a lot of fun, good times together. They get a group of maybe 80+ people together for the annual dinner a couple months ago. That's Corey Silken there on the right with Fred Roy. That's Alan Silken, Corey's dad, who's our class secretary. Fred and Mike McCaffrey. Mike's one of our most fearsome competitors on the race course, I would say. No small part thanks to the people he sails with, including our esteemed U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. And there's your very own Dyer Jones, who I'm sure is calling all kinds of good tactics on that boat. And of course, as an S-boat, we sail as a one-design fleet. So it's so exciting. And the amazing thing is, remember how I showed you at the beginning how the guys at New York Yacht Club had created that amazing program with the Swan 42 and all that? Well, that's great. But guess what? Last year at the New York Yacht Club's own race week, guess who had just as many one-design boats on the line as they had of their brand new Swan 42s, which are cool this year and for a few more years, and then it'll be on to something else. The 93-year-old Herreshoff S-boats. We had 10 boats on the line. They had 10 boats on the line. And that's pretty darn cool, and that's been the mantra of this class is, hey, let's get more people out there. Let's get more boats on the line. And just because we did this crazy thing where we went to Antigua and we did the container and the cradle and all that, you can get an S-boat on the line in a very simple way. And the most exciting racing is right here in Narragansett Bay, not in Antigua. And so I would encourage you, if you're not an S-boat sailor, you ought to be an S-boat sailor. And you can find a lot more out about the S-Class. You just go to Narragansett Bay, nbsclass.org is our website. And there's all kinds of amazing information there. And our racing series is super competitive. We have races every Tuesday night in Newport, all summer long, starting this upcoming Tuesday. And then many summer weekends we have races, many of them in Newport, but also around the bay, including here at the Herreshoff Rendezvous Regatta. So it's just a phenomenal class. And you know, I'm the kid, but we got a bunch of other kids in the class now too, and the party elders, as it were, have been very accommodating and welcoming to us kids, and together we're doing some, and they're beating they're really whooping us out there on the race course. So last, I just want to thank some of the people that were involved in making all this possible and recognize them, and I think you've seen that through the course of this presentation. It's really a tribute to the builders of these boats, that they handled such challenging conditions in Antigua, and it's the ingenuity of people that figured out how could we even get the boats to somewhere crazy like Antigua. And it wouldn't be possible without the folks that are there, and I'm sure I'm leaving people out. But what's been fun about this is so many people on this list who had a heavy hand in making it possible are also my close personal friends. And I can't think of something more fun to do with your friends than mess around on boats. Nobody has done more, though, to sort of spearhead the whole effort than my friend Ted. That's him with his fiancée Elizabeth in Antigua. He's really made all this possible. And he really kind of organized the whole trip and made sure that everything happened on time. He flew down there, he put the boats together. When we broke them, he put them back together with Lars, and it's just such an incredible team. And there's also folks that deserve recognition, like George Zackhorn, who restored my dad's boat 20 years ago. And it's a tribute to his ingenuity that, it didn't break when we were down there. So last, I just want to leave you. I know I've gone way over my time limit. I'll open up to questions, but I thought it might be fun while that's happening to show you some video of this. So I'll play the video, but the video is about 10 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll let it run for a couple minutes, and then I will turn down the volume and take your questions while the video continues to run in the background. But there's some interviews and so forth, so I'll just let that go. Here we go. SQUAW. I've been sailing on SQUAW, and my dad, Jeff, owns AQUILA, which I grew up sailing on. All of them Herreshoff S-boats, all from Bristol, Rhode Island, all built in 1919.
My name is Jeff Davis. I've been sailing S-boats for 48 years. My boat, my dad bought when I was a junior in high school in 1965. And I've been lucky to take care of her ever since. The boat here in the foreground, PAPOOSE, is one of two boats that my son Angus recently restored. So we now have 3 S-boats in the Davis family, and my late father would be very happy about that. I think the 2 best kinds of sailing are one design sailboat racing and classic boat sailing, and S-boats combine the best of both of those worlds. The real thing that's great about them is that you can take 2 guys with you and have 3 people on the boat and have very close one design racing that's super competitive, that's just as competitive as any modern class, but the boats, handle very well short-handed, and you don't have to have a crew of 11 guys to have really exciting racing, and that's what's really been enjoyable for me all these years.
Yesterday we sat out, that was a little too crazy for us, a little too gnarly. Seas yesterday were, I think, approaching 8 to 10 and 30, and that's a little more than we can handle.
And yesterday we made a decision collectively that we not to go out because it was supposed to blow 30, and it did, and I think there were a lot of boats out there that got broken up, so I think the wind will be a little lighter tomorrow, and we'll like it tomorrow because the course will involve some windward work. We like those upwind courses, and gives us a little more tactical stuff, and the boats perform well upwind. So we're looking forward to tomorrow a lot.
Today was absolutely fabulous, and we had lighter air, and we had a long upwind leg. So it was pretty close racing.
That's part of the videos coming right up. Yes.
On my boat on SQUAW, we were in 3rd, but we managed to do well on the upwind leg and passed PAPOOSE. We couldn't catch up to my dad. He got the gun again and won the class. I think both today and probably before they ever got it. between good people and our, oh, yes, sir?
Was there any detectable difference in boat speed between PAPOOSE and SQUAW?
We saw very close racing. The difference was mainly when my good buddy Leeds made a bad decision strategically on the wind, and I made a lucky decision. Well, I followed Ted, told me what to do, and we ended up in better wind, and we were able to pass PAPOOSE in the last upwind leg. A lot of the racing was more of a drag race, and there wasn't as much upwind legs as we would have liked. Here in Hanson Bay, so many of our S-Class races are decided with upwind legs, where there could be a lot of changes in positions. So, you know, we really didn't see significant differences. The biggest difference was my dad and Lars are better sailors than me, and they went faster. So, I'd be happy to answer more questions, but let's stand a few people and our friends at our two kind sponsors at the bar. And Dyer, thank you so much for having me here tonight.
But I think the S-Boat is one of Captain Matt's finest designs. And Angus, thank you for making it happen. With these boats and the work that you've put in your team, it's absolutely fantastic. I wish Joanna. I want to be sure that Ryder is outfitted correctly. Thank you.
Thank